Tower, good morning, and how are you, faithful? Captain Niner coming to you with your Captain and Coffee morning report for the last day of March, the 31st. And, of course, we have coffee this morning. Good stuff. Let's get this going. All right, so, let me make sure I get this right. So, as your weekly reminder, the NFL draft is only J.D. Smith days away. We've got 24 days. Obviously, it'll be held on the 24th of April. We're slowly working our way down. We're going to get down there. This week on ninerfaithfu Radio, me and TJ will be starting our breakdowns of guys we think that the 49ers should be drafting. So we'll be doing this Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to be doing offensive linemen and tight ends. And that, again, will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. over on all the ninerfaithfu Radio stuff. So, again, draft stuff going to slowly ramp up. I don't want to say lazy lately because it's not that I'm lazy. I just didn't want to put out the same exact content that everybody else was doing with more mock drafts and everything else like that. So we'll be slowly working our way more into that as the day goes by and as April ticks in. All right, and speaking of the draft, we have our new draft hats. And honestly, at first I thought this thing was right here. It was supposed to be like the bridge, but apparently it's an oil rig. That, to me, seems more like a Texans thing, Cowboys thing than it is to us. I kind of get it. It's dumb. Looks like every team has the leaf things, the flower, whatever you want to call it, and they've all got some sort of a pin. I figured ours would be the Golden Gate Bridge type of thing, or they just put the SF, but they didn't. They put that thing on there. And my issue with the black one is that they put red on the bill. I think the red on red is very ugly. Or maybe it's plain. Like, if they had done gold on the brim like they did on the white one, I think this hat would be just fine. But because they kind of went, with this red on red, I don't like it. I think it's kind of weak. I do not mind the white one as much, mostly because at least it has a little more color with it, with the gold leaves on there on the brim instead of it being white, the same red again. Other than that, like I said, they're okay. They've definitely had worse hats in years past. If I was going to go for one, I'd probably go for the white one. All right. And then some more news came out about Dre Greenlaw and his departure. Looks like it's not a money issue with what happened to Dre. We actually offered him more money than the Broncos did. We actually went out to his house with John and Kyle, and we talked to him like, hey, man, come back. We're going to give you money, blah, blah, blah. It simply came down to the fact that Dre wants to run his own squad. He knows that as long as he is on the 49ers, he is going to be the Robin, while Fred Warner is the Batman. And while there's nothing wrong with being Robin, sometimes you aspire to be more. And that's what Dre wants. Dre wants to lead his own unit. He wants to be the number one guy. He wants to be the captain. All that kind of good stuff. One of the other things that had come out in an article they talked about him is actually him and Hufanga were actually a lot closer than we thought. And Hufanga, and then with DJ Jones, when DJ Jones was here, they were pretty close. So those two guys also being in Denver also did help him, make that decision. But for anybody who was saying that we did not go after it, and including myself, I thought we had gone. I was saying I hoped we had gone after harder for Warner. It seems that we actually did. It's just it didn't come out. We offered more money, all that kind of stuff for him. He just wants to be his own man, and I can respect that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes it's about strike out on your own and do your own thing, which is a perfectly fine thing to do. Good luck to Dre and everybody else over there in the Broncos. And yeah, well, maybe we'll see in the Super Bowl kind of a thing. Also, this week we have the NFL, the owners meeting is happening right now. They also have the coaches take their picture. So this is all 32 coaches. And does Kyle not look like a two-term president? We've all seen the pictures of every president who's ever done 2 terms. And boy, they look run down by the end of that second term after 8 years. Well, Kyle looks run down. Kyle looks like your typical 2-term president. He looks absolutely rough right now. But so we'll see what comes out of that. Again, all 32 coaches, and then Kyle just looking rough as hell. Also, out of note, today is the last day that if something's going to happen with Brandon Ayuk, it's probably going to be today. The 49ers will owe Brandon Ayuk $22.85 million in a roster bonus if he is on the roster tomorrow on April 1st. Once the 49ers pay that bonus, any trade talks for him most likely won't happen after that. I mean, barring something could still happen, but if you want to get rid of him, kind of a thing, it benefits you to do it now, so you don't have to pay that roster bonus. So, unless something happens today with VA, expect them to be on the roster fully for the 2025 season. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Please make sure to use the link in the description below to get your gold. Get you 10% off your order and then put some money in my pocket. It makes everybody happy. I'm actually making some good money off of that. And the gold fuel stuff is good. I'm telling you, pineapple cream is the way to go if you're going to get some. So, nothing else today for Nine Radio. Again, tomorrow you'll see my face here bright and early. And then in the afternoon, we will have me and TJ will be over on Faithful Radio, and we will be going over our draft picks for offensive linemen and tight end. All right, everybody, go kick Monday's ass. Off your ties, Faithful.